From Buffalo Wild Wings, this is the Jeff Fisher Show, brought to you by Super Park and Bud Light.
Among the things I think you accomplished in your first year was making the football team relevant again, league-wide, and you have a lot of friends league-wide, and not that this is your motivation, but in talking to your friends league-wide, did the rest of the NFL take full note of the improvement that your football team made in one season?
Well, I think, the people that knew that, 24 players on last year's open day roster out of the NFL. I mean, they knew that there was a reason that where we were, before we started this year. But, there was only one direction to move. And I think people, the people that know that we had the third toughest schedule this year. Okay. We had the youngest team in the league this year. Obviously, we had the best division record within the division this year to set the sack record this year. So we've done some things, and we feel like we've done them right, but we're not close to being where we need to be.
Well, there was only one way to go, but you could have made an incremental step. I think you did more than just personally. I think you made a big step forward, not just an incremental step. And you mentioned the schedule. One of the reasons the schedule was so tough is because the NFC West has gone. 2 years ago, it was the worst division we've probably ever seen, and now it's one of the best divisions in football. You go 4-1-1 and come very close to going undefeated in that division. That's one of your great accomplishments here.
Well, then 5 of our losses came to playoff teams.
Yeah.
And then guess what? We had a couple of losses, and we'd love to have a couple of those games over. But early on, it was a challenge. We played 4 preseason games, and guys didn't play and start and finish the preseason games. They hadn't played a whole lot, so we were making decisions and trying to get guys ready. And but again, at the end, it's rewarding. Number one, to have a healthy football team, because that was a problem around here for years. And so we like to think our approach helped. We got very, very talented people in the weight room, very, very talented people in the training room, medical staff, and they communicate very well. The players trust them, and so you got a chance to do those things. So anyway, we're looking forward to, we're going to back out a little bit. You talk about intense evaluations of your roster. I think I mentioned this to you. We're not going to get into that for a few weeks. It's emotional right now, and you need to look at the cut-ups before you start ranking players and grading players and things like that. And so we'll get that started in a couple of weeks.